Hi, this is Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone, and this video will be the June Tarotscope for the sign of Cancer. Cancer, here is your spread for the month of June. As usual, we have weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. And when I was shuffling the oracle cards, not one, but 2 cards jumped out of the deck. So let's get going. The first card we have is the Fool. So this is showing us that you are starting out on a journey or a quest of some kind. It may be ill-fated, it may be wondrous to behold. If it's a more spiritual kind of journey that you're starting out, and after the eclipses that we've had, I won't be surprised if it is a more spiritual journey, then you will be well advised to keep an open mind and to allow yourselves to truly explore everything that comes your way. And then we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles can be a rather rough individual just because they are really, really concerned with monetary things. He's holding in one hand a pentacle, and in the other hand, he's holding, it looks like a little like leprechaun on a dish smoking a pipe. Can you see that? It's a little bit cuckoo, but that's what he's holding. And I think that this is showing of how much power he really holds in his hands. And the final card for this week is the Ten of Pentacles, meaning that things are really going to work out your way as far as good health and prosperity goes. In the second week, we have the Two of Swords followed by the Two of Wands. So you have two cards here. Twos usually indicate that you maybe started something and you're getting into the phase of the event or project or work where you have to make decisions about things. Now, the Two of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck is usually the woman who is holding the two swords and she's blindfolded. In this deck, it's showing both a man and a woman, and they are blindfolded. And there are sparkling jewels coming off of them, or at least sparkles coming off of them in their robes. And beyond them, we see a sea, a body of water with the moon above. So this is telling me that you're going to have some choices to make in this second week, but that you are unwilling or unable to see the facts in front of you. So you're going to want to consult with trusted advisors and friends and really use your powers of discernment in order to make a good decision. Then that's followed by the Two of Wands. And again, this deck differs from the Rider-Waite. We have a man and a woman, each of them holding a wand and staring at each other rather harshly. Usually this is the person holding a wand with another wand standing straight up beside him without him holding onto it, but I believe he's holding a globe. So this is a situation, again, with decisions to be made, but both of the two cards in this deck have a man and a woman with the two items, the swords and the wands, with them. So Cancer, I don't think you're going to be alone in making this decision. I think that you are going to have trusted advisors, friends, maybe even your life partner there to help you make those decisions. And that's really, really to the good. It'll make you less nervous about making a mistake with your decision. And the last card for the second week in June is the Six of Pentacles, indicating that you're going to be given a helping hand or that you are going to be giving a helping hand to someone else. The Six of Pentacles is the card of generosity. It's usually the nobleman handing out alms to the poor. And here we have the pentacles encircling the earth and some hands. Very interesting. So I do think that you are going to be the one, and this Six of Pentacles is situated in the reading right next to the Ten of Pentacles. You definitely are going to be the person who is able to give to others. Very, very interesting there. And interesting the way they laid out. For the third week, we have the Empress. And the Empress is a card that I'm sure you really relate to, Cancer. It's female, it's nurturing, it's abundant, it's fecundant, it's it's fertility. It's all sorts of things that you can give and produce and grow. It's creativity in that respect. So I think whatever's going on with your project, you're going to be the one leading the way and making the choices and determinations based on your own experience in life, being that of a woman. So I think this reading is really more for the females in the audience there, because this card is definitely that female. Now, if you are a male energy and you're getting this reading, this could be a strong female in your life who is determining sort of, helping you chart your path from that fool's journey that you started in the first week. Then we have the Seven of Swords. So when this card shows up, it means that you definitely need to be careful. You could be making unwise decisions. You could be facing enemies. You could be facing people who are just undermining your efforts. So it's important for you to be very sure of your choices, to make sure that you speak to everybody involved. Get the feeling from them. Are they for you or are they against you? Because you may find that there are some people who are against you, but you also may find that they have good reason, and maybe some of your reasoning and choices are not as sound as you think they are. The last card for the third week is the Four of Cups, and this is usually the card of the young man sitting under the tree, rejecting or ignoring the choices being laid out before him. So with this card, we find that there are opportunities and choices that you're not willing to take, things that you're not quite ready to accept. Another indication of this card could be that it's giving you the reason for the Seven of Swords, that you're bored with this project already, that you're finding it lacking in motivation for you, that something about it is not good, or that your emotional choices, that you're basing some of your decisions about this project on your emotions, and that's what people are finding inadequate, that those choices are inadequate because they are not based in fact, in reality of what's going on, but rather on your emotional response to what's going on. Very interesting. So then we have the Strength card. The Strength card indicates a moment in time where you're finding out what you're really made of, where you're having to dig deep and pull your own strength out of the hat, as it were. And you may find that you have skills and talents that you didn't realize, and that's going to help you overcome this situation. You may find at this time that you're asked, as you handle this situation and you dig into your own spiritual strength in order to do so, you may find that you don't like some of the choices that you just made because they argue, or they are not in alignment with your spiritual choices, your spiritual philosophies. And all of this is bringing about a Tower moment. Now, the Tower can speak of ruin, it can speak of destruction, but it also is just a shift in paradigm. It's saying that the old way of doing things are no longer of value, that there are unseen forces at work, which we already saw with the Seven of Swords, and that there are awesome powers that demand attention, that you need to look at what's going on. There's a breakdown of some kind, perhaps a breakdown from you with the Strength card there, where you are going against your own spiritual values, or you're finding that choices that were made by others, or even by yourself today, no longer work. So the Tower is a warning to let go of the past and to embrace the future. Also, sometimes the Tower can mean that just one really important thing shifts in your life and it causes a whole domino effect throughout your life of a lot of things that need to change. And then we come to the final card, which is the King of Cups. So this could be you, Cancer. This could be you in your emotional state. You're sensitive, you're dreamy, your emotions are definitely involved in this situation. Now, this can also mean a romantic partner coming your way, or a very seductive proposal coming your way. and not necessarily only a romantic proposal. It could be a proposal about something to do with business, and in particular with the project that you started in this whole reading. Now, a lot of this began to sound like business because of the pentacles in the early part of the reading. We have the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. But the reading really started with the Fool, which was you starting out on a spiritual journey. So I think this more accurately depicts you on a spiritual journey, attempting to make choices and make sense out of the things that you're learning about yourself. So nowhere in here do we see the High Priestess or the Hermit or any cards that would indicate that you need to spend more time going within. And I think that's an indication, Cancer, of the fact that you're already a fairly contemplative person. You do listen to your intuition, and you do take your own dreams and meditations to heart. So I would say continue doing that, but maybe journal or talk to someone, get your ideas out of your head a little bit so that you can see where things need to change and where there are situations where you're clashing with yourself. I feel like this reading is saying that the choices that you're making are not in alignment with what you're trying to be and do as a spiritual being. So let's let that just kind of sit in the water. And I'm going to take a look at your oracle cards. So two cards jumped out: Mary Magdalene, the teacher awakens, and Freya, phases and cycles. I'm just going to hold them up together. So with Freya, phases and cycles, there is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So a phase of your life may be coming to an end, and this is also indicated by the Tower moment here. It's important to acknowledge it's not the end. When one door closes, another opens. You may have been desperate for change, but now that it's here, you could feel vulnerable, and I know you know that feeling very well, Cancer. Know that the mighty goddess Freya will guide you. Illusions are now being revealed so that you can leave behind anything that is false, step into your peaceful warrior like energy, and welcome the changes you deserve. Tie up all loose ends and take heart. This is an exciting time. And then Mary Magdalene, teacher awakenings. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. You have a strong desire to share what you have learned. You may feel people will dismiss you or ridicule you, but don't worry. Mary Magdalene is here to guide you through this process. Your vulnerability is actually your greatest strength because you are trusting the power of your soul, and that part of you can never be broken. You are a wonderful teacher and leader, and the world needs you. You are being backed up by heaven, so step forward and share all that you have learned. So, two very interesting messages. You are being protected, but you are also being asked to let go of the past and move forward. And as I said earlier in this reading, with the two eclipses that we just went through, I'm not surprised that you have something that you need to let go of. Now, as a Cancer, the final eclipse in Scorpio probably did not hit you as a negative in any way. It probably hit you as a very positive release and gave you a very gentle, harmonious way to let these things go. But I think in the month of June, you will be confronting some issues that you really have to struggle with. And for that, I would ask you to, consult Mary Magdalene and consult Freya. Maybe meditate on each of them separately and see what messages you can get. All right, that's what I have for you, Cancer. Have a wonderful month of June. I'm really hoping that this plays out really positively. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know how that works out, and I'll see you next time.